News 8's Kent Pierce is live this morning with details, and this seems like a pretty big one.
It is devastating for a lot of business owners, and of course the owner of the building too, who is just standing a few feet away from me, just talking to the fire chief right now. This is a shopping center called the Commons on South Main Street, home to about 14 businesses, at least it was until a few hours ago now. This fire started about 1 a.m. That's when it was called in by a policeman. Just happened to be driving by on his normal patrol. He spotted the flames first. It seemed to begin at the corner of what is now an L-shaped building. This building's been around for a long time. It's sort of been added onto over the years, firefighters tell me, and it used to be two separate buildings. They've been connected in sort of an L shape, and it's at that connection point. That's where the damage is the worst. The smoke has sort of cleared now, so we can see just the extent of some of the damage, and boy, the buildings, the units right at the corner there are just gone. There is nothing left of those. Damage to all the buildings because this fire sort of went up into the roof and then spread out from there. The fire chief's wife actually owns the flower shop, who was in this plaza here as they wheel in a piece of equipment to help tear down this building in a few minutes. So his wife owned the flower shop. She is devastated this morning, but he was able to get serious with us for a moment and talk about what this looked like when they first got here.
When we got here, we had 3/4 of the building fully involved across the roof line. At that time, there were approximately 4 units involved. It being a difficult bank behind it, it was kind of hard to get to it.
It took a few hours, but they did get a handle on it. The fire is basically out at this point. These are pictures taken by the first police officer to spot the flames. He shared these with us. You can see just how big a fire this was. Those flames just devouring the building. That was about 1 o'clock in this morning. Come back out to us live, and you can see the next step for this building. This excavator is going to be brought in because they're going to basically have to demolish this building at this point. The damage is that extensive, so they're just going to have to tear it down with this. And the sooner you do that, the sooner you can get in there and see, the investigators can get in there and try to see how this began, where this began. Both the local fire marshal and the state police fire marshal's office are on scene to do that investigating. In all, this is going to take a while, and the fire marshal does tell us that South Main Street is going to be closed for several more hours. Live in Southbury this morning, I'm Kent Pierce, News 8.